453 days since now 16-year-old Sebastian Rogers vanished from his home in Hendersonville. His disappearance sparked national headlines, but now his father says the case is losing momentum. With National Missing Children's Day coming up on Sunday, he is raising his voice and demanding urgency. News 2's Caitlin.
I went and talked to neighbors, and every single one of them, every single one, welcomed me. And if they had video surveillance, they gave it to me. The only person that would not talk to me, as the only person that had something to hide and wouldn't talk to me. You know, she has a son that's hiding and waiting for somebody in the dark, late night on the 25th, and there needs to be some explaining for that. I'll just leave it at that.
That we are going to keep searching, we are going to keep looking, we are going to find him, and we are going to bring him home.
Since we first aired the video last month, authorities have said no evidentiary value.
It is of no evidentiary value. It is of no evidentiary value.
Can you tell me what those lights are?
No.
Why?
Because the investigation remains ongoing.
I'm working on behalf of Sebastian. I am not, my client is Sebastian, and they're the guardians that have the ability to sign.
It just started. Hi Dad, I know this is gonna sound weird, but tomorrow's picture day. So could you send some decent clothes over to me so that I can wear the decent clothes and be handsome for my birthday with all decent clothes? Mom!
Because our heart is missing. He is my world. I need him. I need him back with me.
All right, welcome everybody. Happy Sunday and happy holidays. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Apologize for the late start. Just had to update Streamlabs. So let me know if you can hear me okay. Lots to go over. More stuff I've discovered, and I know a lot of people have been sending me stuff. I've been looking on the Facebook group page as well, looking at things people have posted. unfortunately, I can't get back to everybody, but I do kind of make notes and especially like timestamps, and I'll try to address a few of them. But again, just be patient. But um, yeah, so more stuff we have discovered, and it is just adds more to. Uh, we need to figure out what's going on over here. Really, really soon because just the more I find, the more things just start to fit together, and not in a good way, I should say. But okay, sounds good. Loud and clear. Thank you. And thank you to my wonderful mods, as always, for the amazing help. So Friday, we kind of focused on the 25th. And if anybody has not been with us recently in our lives, I'm going to take these off for a bit. I've been just staring at footage all day. I'll kind of briefly recap
The 7th, 20.
what we're looking at. Let me just kind of turn that down. Let's see. Just for anybody that hasn't been in the with us during the live shows for the past 2 weeks or so. So let me get us set up here. But anywho, I'm sure most of you guys are here for the Sebastian Rogers case and familiar with it, but he went missing on the 26th of February of 2024. Last seen on the 25th. Basically, the last official sighting is at the Texas Roadhouse, although there's potentially someone taking out the trash that night at the home, but the father, Seth, is not 100% sure if that was Sebastian or somebody else. So we have this footage which is looking beyond the construction area east, over towards his school and cemetery. So here is his neighborhood. Here is the construction area. It's now new development. It's all been now built, as far as I know, or most of it anyway. But this is what it looked like at the time he went missing. And we have this, we have a church here, and then we have this little cemetery. It's very small. It's a historic cemetery. And then we have his school here. And there is some strange activity that is going on the night before and the night of in the cemetery, which we have gone over for the past few weeks. But we've been kind of slowly piecing things together, but there's still so much mystery to this, and I just do not think how much activity is going on, that this is not just some strange coincidence. There's too much weird stuff going on. So anyway, good evening, Saucy. Oh, I appreciate that, Kathy. I appreciate everybody taking the time out of their evening to watch. And I promise you, we got some new stuff to go over. Bliss Blessings, thank you. They say, thank you, Chris, for all your hard work and everyone behind the scenes. I appreciate that, yes, because there is so many people working behind the scenes. What's done in the dark will always come to the light. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Thank you so much, Bliss. Really appreciate that. And I know it's kind of a tough position to be in right now, because we're just waiting on some things to happen, and it's kind of a bummer in a sense that we found this stuff when we did, considering the fact that we have Christmas in 5 days, or 4 days. And winter could be or snow, I should say, could be coming at any moment, and that could also put a wrench. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer because there's a lot of stuff that I would love to reveal and give you guys the full picture of what's going on, but until those things happen, we cannot do that. But we can still go over and dissect some of this stuff because there's still a lot more stuff that's in here. And I would say right now, this is, in my opinion, one of the biggest leads I have seen going through all this, considering how close it is to where Sebastian went missing. So anyway, you know what? Just before I get going, 1 second. I forgot. I got a request and I wanted to do this. Because we always like to give back and help and feature other missing people. And this is Winter Wagner, 13 years old. She went missing out of Orlando, or actually it's Rockcastle County in Kentucky. Last seen this year in October. So it looks like she's been missing just over 2 months now. Missing, let's see. Last seen at 6:15. I'm not sure if that was around her home. But here she is. She's got nose piercings in her right nostril. Brown hair, blue eyes. Both ears pierced. If anybody is out there, lives in that area or around there, if you know anything or see anything, you can call 606-256-2121. So again, that's 13-year-old Winter Wagner missing out of the Orlando area in Kentucky. Prayers to her and her family, and hopefully she comes home for the holidays. That's got to be tough. So many missing children. That's so tough. Oh, interesting. I just got a small chance to look at her case. It does look like there could be maybe, I mean, I hope not, potentially maybe some foul play. But again, I really just saw a brief little headline on it. Oh, well, not far from me. Oh, well, hopefully, maybe it's a runaway situation or something to that effect, and hopefully she can come home for the holidays. Agreed. Okay, so let's get caught up here. My last live, I went over basically the night before he went missing. This is the cemetery, and this is the columbarium. For anybody who doesn't know, this columbarium is just a memorial plaque for people that get cremated. And so instead of having a grave site, you have a little thing like this. And the thing you see in the bottom left-hand corner, for those that are kind of newer, people are saying the foster dad. Oh, in that case, that's not good. But back to this case, this is the thing that's being illuminated in the footage, and this is the first thing that caught my attention when looking at just other footage in general. And I was looking at the construction area because I was trying to see if there's anything in just the construction area itself. And I started noticing there was something being lit up beyond that, which would be the cemetery, as you can see here. And as you can see the timeline, it is the 25th, but around 3:30, which is interesting. It stays lit for 6 minutes. And so again, it's very concerning that this happened the night before he went missing. And then on top of that, again, the night of when he went missing. So the 25th and the 26th, both around about the same time, just a little after 3:30. So yesterday, or excuse me, not yesterday, Friday, we went over how we figured out that there was actually two vehicles. So I'm not going to really go touch on that, but if you want to check that out, we learned, and I revealed how we kind of learned it. I'll show here just a little bit. But the night before he went missing, we see headlights multiple times, and I also discovered another pair of headlights as well at 3:45. And anyway, what's interesting is one of the headlights are actually taller than the other ones. Let me get to it here. But as you can see, this is the night before he went missing. We have the Columbrium that starts to light up at about 3:23. Then we start to see vehicles about shortly after driving around on the west end of the loop here. And one of the things we discovered is that there's actually definitely two different vehicles because of the height of the headlights are different. There's one that is much higher than the other one, as you can see here. Let me do it this way right here. I'll just leave this, but here's just a little highlight from yesterday, or I keep on saying yesterday, my last stream. Along with more stuff, the fact that we can see two headlights right here, like two balls of light, meaning that the vehicle is likely facing us, like towards the west. In that particular area, that's kind of not normal. We should just expect to see a vehicle be going left to right. So we should just see like one ball of light moving. But when we put like a static line on the footage, we notice that one set of headlights are taller versus the other ones. So I definitely think there was a truck or something similar to that effect versus a car or a car to create that effect. Because the headlight differences from that distance, even though the lines aren't very, far from each other, with how far away we're looking, if it was the same vehicle, we shouldn't see that. So it definitely means that there is two different vehicles driving around the night before. In this area right here is where we're looking. And again, this is what I went over on Friday. So we're going to jump into the 26 here in a second, but I thought I'd kind of recap. Oh, you're just in time, Kitty Pie. I'm just kind of recapping yesterday. My last stream. Feels like the days just kind of blend in together sometimes. Oh, thanks, Geneva. Good to see you. Happy holidays to you as well. Oh, I appreciate that, Dimebag. That's awesome. I love the name. Love the name. All right. So, anyway, if you want to learn more, we kind of dive into it, but let's get into the night he went missing and some of the new stuff. And I promise you, this is more pieces getting put together, and it is very concerning. So, we're moving to the 26th. Obviously, somewhere between 3 a.m. and 3:20, 3:03, because we see a vehicle come in. And this is after the silver car. So something happens in between that kind of window with the lights here. No. Sorry, I'm gonna write that down. I gotta see what footage I have. So they would have got home 6:30. I know I have some of those hours, but that's a great question, and I will maybe put in a request if I don't have those already. If I have them, I've definitely looked at them, but I will make a note. That's pretty good. That would be very, very interesting. Okay. So, we have this activity that goes on, obviously, the 3 a.m. lights, right, in his neighborhood. Then at about 3:41, we have the columbrium, as we call it, start to light up again for the second time. And just like the night before, we do not see anybody enter the church, right? There's technically one main entrance, but there's like an inlet outlet. I can show you guys here. So this is kind of like an inlet, and then this is kind of like the exit here. You can even see the arrows there. But what's interesting, just like the night before, because we do see a vehicle exit on the 26th at the very end of everything. So that tells me that we can see multiple areas of the church if there was vehicles coming in, but I don't see them. I look every day. I go over the same footage. I don't see them. So here, just take a look. Here's the night he went missing and just the activity around where he went missing, allegedly, if he made it home that night. And just think about all this weird activity and how close it is to each other. And if you didn't have this construction site, I mean, it's just next door, right? So it's very fascinating. And even though we see the columbrium start to light up at 3:41, that clearly means they got in there way before that. So, it's almost like everything just kind of, one thing happened in one area, and then they moved over to the cemetery and school right after that. And I don't think that's a coincidence. Did they pave it that early? I'm curious. I don't know. Roads. Yeah, because it was a dirt road. There's footage. Obviously, we've shown. No, because no, I don't think that would be right because Silvers went out there. Um, shoot, August maybe. So, and it was still dirt road. So they didn't have the cement. I don't know if I already got this. Geneva, thank you so much, sweetheart, for the $5 super chat and the amazing support. Nancy, ICU nurse, thank you so much. Thank you for what you do for a living, and thank you so much for the membership. God bless you. Oh, that's interesting. So after today, we'll start to get slowly start to get longer days again. SL, you're doing great work. Justice for Sebastian. I appreciate that. And I promise you, we've got some more stuff that we're slowly putting together. And believe me, I'm screaming on the inside to be able to show you all of it, to kind of fully put it together. Because when you see it, all the pieces together, it's gonna, I promise you, heads will explode. And Jazz, thank you so much for the $10 super chat as always, and gifting and Mob Crew membership. God bless you. Wendy, you're working so hard, Chris. Thank you. Thank you so much, Wendy. And SL, I appreciate the continued support via membership. Oh, thank you, Shack Lady. Same to you and your family. Oh, God bless. Okay. So, what I'm showing here is, again, we have like two kind of main entrances, official entrances, which is off Hollow Pike into the church that leads into the cemetery. We also have this Ward Lane where there's this private road. And somebody sent this in to me. I've actually had this sent in to me a couple of times, and I wanted to address this. So here's a photo taken, but this is taken in 2023. And they were saying, yeah, you could get through this gap here, but I think because there's typically barbed wire, you probably can't see it because of the photo and the quality, but you can clearly see that there's a post. There's a post here. You can see the post here. Um, and so, and obviously, there's a bunch of farms back there, and I doubt they want their cows, or especially the cemetery, want their cows, wandering off into the cemetery. But again, this was taken in a year before he went missing. But it's definitely something to keep in mind. But from stuff that I've seen that is a little bit newer, it seems like there's more brush, and I'm pretty sure again there's those posts, so I'm pretty sure there's barbed wire, right? Not to say you couldn't cut it, right? But anyway. Yeah, I'm sure they would. I think we already know that they have, how much did they recover? That's another question. But as you can see, here is Silver's, and this is like maybe August, and I'm just kind of spouting out months after he went missing. So as you can see, it's still not paved. And as you can see, the brush and everything is now obviously this is probably summer or spring. I'm not sure when he went out there. But anyway, now let's move on to the vehicles, because this is where we've kind of broken down some more stuff. Where's Tessa? Speaking of Tessa, I know she sent me some stuff. I've looked at it. And yeah, if I get some time, I'll kind of address some of the stuff. All right. So this is on the night he went missing. And this is some of the new stuff that I have. We've already kind of gone over a lot of it you've kind of seen, but uh yesterday and today I was able, because again, if I can't fully understand what's going on, it's, you guys, a lot of you know it'll bug the ever living heck out of me. So I did some different tests, because we see these vehicles here. Now, these lights are, at least two of them are from the school. One of them actually being kind of where the bleachers are at. Okay, here is what I've discovered. I'm going to go full screen real quick. I've got to turn up my heat. It's kind of cold in here. I don't know why. So, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to turn up my heat. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay. All right. We are back. Got my heater on. Okay, so this is kind of the big one, and I promise you guys this is going to be very, very interesting. Because I really wanted to break down these vehicles on the 26th, right? Because this is definitely the night he went missing, and there's some things that again that just bothered me because it's like I don't know something wasn't adding up with these vehicles, and finally after doing some different tests, I was able to figure out to the best ability of what's going on. So, oops, let me. Yeah, that'll work right there. All right, guys. This is the new stuff here. Julie, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I promise you, thank you so much, and happy holidays to you and your family. And you know, there'll be eventually some things that we're gonna do. And believe me, I wish we could talk about them, but we will when the time is right. But those funds will be used for Sebastian, and we'll bring receipts and proof when that time comes. Okay, so I want you to notice. So we have a vehicle at 347, 347, 349, 351, and 353. But we're gonna just focus on the 347, 349, 351. Keep in mind, it's really weird that they're like exactly almost 2 minutes apart. But notice the 347 and the 349. Notice you're going to see more red amberish lights. Keep that in mind. You see that there? And then at 349, same spot. Again, red amberish lights, right? But then at 351, something's different. Notice you're going to see more just white headlights. Right here. So clearly notice the difference between those 3 time frames that and then of course the 353 white headlights. Notice not really seeing much of the red amberish as versus the 347, 349. So it got me thinking. I'm like, okay, so this is most likely 2 different vehicles. And so I put a line because I thought when it came to these lights, I thought all of these vehicles were at the school. And I was half right, but I learned today that there was something I did have wrong. So 347 and 349, I have the white line just to kind of show you the height, right? There's the 2 times, right? And then if you look at the 351, notice the light is almost below the line. It's right here. It's going to come around. It's going to really shine here in just a second. It's kind of slowed down. There it is. Now, I thought all those vehicles were at the school, and I thought they were kind of doing this loop right here, or either going up or down this back street right here. And I was half right, but there's something. I think so, Michelle. I think part of it could be tail lights for sure. Oh, for sure. Definitely. I'm going to be honest, lad. I think that's too far for just somebody walking with headlights. I'm not going to say that's not impossible. I would think you're going to need something that is bright as a vehicle headlight, right? Because we have samples of what headlights look like, right? So we know what those look like at this distance, right? It's not impossible, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, if I can, I'll check my email at the end for sure. But this is what's going on, and I promise you guys, this is for me, this is exciting. If you can't, hit that like button, because eventually, I know I keep saying it, and I believe me, it drives me nuts, because it's like, how are we not, how are things not? We've sent stuff to all the agencies that stuff needs to be sent to. I don't know why we're still sitting here in this position we are. Now, of course, we have contingency plans. We have backup plans. But, we're trying to be patient. And again, with the holidays coming up, I know that's, creates some issues as well. But let's tell you where everything's going on. Oh, Smiley Suit. I mean, I don't know if I can. Again, I can only show you like evidence. I can't like, I could theorize that it's them. I mean, if I were to guess, whoever was responsible, it's them and their extended family. So that's my theory. Who is where and what, is probably going to be a little more, very, you know, uh, sorry. Anyway, I got distracted with something. But yeah. No, nobody's ignoring us. Yeah, I really wish I could be a little more specific. We are waiting on a group to give us the green light. Right? And that's all I can say at this point. And again, if nothing happens, then there are plans to, you know, yeah, we have to, you know, force their hand. We don't want to do that, but believe me, we have plenty of backup plans for whatever may come. So again, here are the 3 time frames that I'm talking about. And there's a reason why I'm showing this, and I promise you everything will come together. And this is where things will go, at least somewhat. But so back to, notice 347, 349, as you can see here, red amberish lights, right? Keep that in mind. Versus the 351, where it's pretty much white headlight. So here we are. We have our red amberish lights. And these are kind of replayed because the white headlight thing takes for a minute. Now, again, I originally thought all of these were at the school, because this is kind of where we're looking at. Right? So, anybody that's kind of newer, we have surveillance from one of these homes that are looking out beyond the construction and into the cemetery and the school. And part of what we can see is this area over here. And some of the lights that you see in the background are one of these lights. I think there's a light here. And anyway, this is that little window where we see stuff. Now, originally, I thought that all 3 or one of them might have even been on this road, going around this loop or going past and back and forth. But notice in our little window here, we can also, if we can technically see the school, and there is a road in the middle in the cemetery, then technically we should be able to see anything that drives past this window in the cemetery. Keep that in mind, because that is going to be the big point. Yeah, I hope it. Yeah, I really hope if worst case scenario, holidays pass and then snow, waits till January and we can go in and do our stuff. Okay, this is where I discovered the big clues. And to me, this is huge. So hope you guys are ready. This is the big one. Okay, so the 3:51 a.m. car, I noticed it did something different. Well, they all do something slightly different that confused the heck out of me. So look at the 3:51 a.m. car. Now see this arrow. Now this is one of the lights. Now I believe this light it's either this light here or a light on this building here. I think we see one light here and one light here. So I think this one is at the school. We have another one here at the school. But I think this one is closer, and I think it's on the this little building here. Now watch what the 3:51 a.m. car does. And keep an eye on this light. Comes around. Here comes the light. Tell me what you guys see. Did you guys see it? Remember, that is a lamp. That is some kind of headlight. That is some kind of street light lamp on a building. I'll play that one more time. Oops. Let me know in chat. What do you guys notice? When this car goes left to right, what happens with that light? There should be a headlight, or not a headlight, I'm sorry. There should be a street light or a building light lit up. Yes. Thank you, Paige. Yep. No, well, yeah, it goes out, but yeah, it's blocked. It's blocked. Now, because this is frustrating. As you guys know, I'm like so tenacious, and if I can't understand what I'm seeing, it's going to drive me up the wall. And so, and when I saw that, I'm like, okay, all right, something's interesting here. And then notice as the car had moved on. Now, I thought this vehicle was at the school with the other ones. But that is not the case because so here you see it one more time. It blocks it. Now watch the 347, 349. Now that you see this example, now watch the 347. The 347 one's really quick. But just notice, now I'm playing, seconds before we even see the light and many seconds after we see the 347. And tell me what you notice. So that car is going right to left. I know it's really hard to see, but it's we just see it for a really brief second. The other one, 349, we see it a little bit better as it's going the other way. But do you guys notice if that was on the same road, the same spot as the 351, no matter which direction it's coming from, it should have, in theory, blocked it, right? It should have, eclipsed it, right? Should have eclipsed it. It did not. It did not eclipse it. Now let's look at the 349. The 349 one is better, me and you. This one's the big one. Oh, I show it again. So yeah, there's the 347. Notice nothing goes out before, after you see it. Now, the 349 one. This one now is going left to right. It's heading north to south. Check this out. Here it comes. Man, look how big it is. Notice something? And I'll replay it again. 3, 2, 1. You're looking at seconds before. Here comes the vehicle, left to right. Seconds after. You guys notice? Well, how come it didn't block it, right, Kathy? Exactly. Yes. This is huge. This is why it's like, oh, I'm so glad I noticed this. Because oh my God, I was so frustrated earlier today. Yep. So this also gives us another idea of where the lights, the street lights or building lights, whatever you want to call them, are positioned, and what is blocking what. And when I go over it, I'll show you guys. But yeah, oh shoot, my mouse is. Hold on, my mouse cord is stuck. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Keep going, chip noodles. Oh, I got more. But I was so excited earlier today. I'm like, oh my gosh. Ugh. So Yes, curious. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. It's the little details, right? It's just those little details you got to keep your eye out for, right? So I'm going to show you guys some different perspectives just in case anybody's coming in. So one more time. 347 cars going right to left. I showed seconds before and after. That light does not get obscured. That tells me, one, that tells me exactly where this light is approximately at versus these other lights, which I know this is part of the school. And so here's our window. And that light that gets obscured by the 351, that is somewhere around here. And then the one light that, because you'll see there's two lights that get obscured depending on which cars, but this light typically gets obscured. But the 347 one, it would make sense. This one is at the school. It's not going to affect this light, right? Because it's behind it, right? It's not going to block that one. So we know that that one is going north to the school. And keep in mind that's at 347 while the Columbrium is still lit up. Exactly. Oh, yeah. 2 cars minimum. Minimum. Exactly. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's keep going. Mind blown. There's more, but yes, that's. So remember, Columbrium's lit up. We have this vehicle going up there. I think it could be a truck. Sure, I agree with that. It looks like it's up taller. I agree. I'm not sure. I could say +2 for sure. I could say +2 for sure, guaranteed. Easily. So notice Columbrium light still lit up. So we have this vehicle coming in the back of the school. Now, back then, sorry, wrong button here. We know that you can drive up in here, especially if you have a truck. You could get in back here, in through here, or even through here, and get into the cemetery this way, right? Or maybe you just wanted to drive up, and because we know people are in the cemetery, there's no question, right? So keep that in mind, right? We have the Columbrium that's still lit up. Sorry, right here, but we have this vehicle that's driving up this way, right? Columbrium's being lit up. What if we have somebody over here and they do a quick exchange of something, right? I'll get to super chats here in just a minute, guys. Okay. 347. Okay. Then we have 2 minutes later. So 2 minutes later, right? 2 minutes later. Plenty of time to drive back and meet somebody. And when we see this vehicle leaving at the school at 3:49, it has now been a minute since this Columbrium has been lit up. What do you think of the odds of that? We have a vehicle that comes in via the school just as the Columbrium is still lit up and finishing whatever's going on. And then it leaves literally a minute after the Columbrium is done. What are the odds, right? You hear music. Oh, thank you so much. Are we just being hypothetical? Are we just being you guys joking around? Okay, I was just making sure you guys aren't hearing music for something that I'm not under. But anyway. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, there's more. So we have that, and let's just show that one more time. 349, right? Notice Columbrium, not lit up anymore. Does not affect this light right here as it's leaving. And play it one more time. I mean, that looks like a big vehicle, right? With how big the lights are and everything. Yet it does not obscure this light. Then, 2 minutes after that, another vehicle. But this is where I had it wrong. I thought this next vehicle that we're going to see, I thought it was also in the school. I kind of thought maybe it was just one vehicle kind of looping around. But no, that is not the case. What are the odds that after everything we just showed there, 2 minutes after that, from 349 to 351, we get a vehicle that now definitely tells me this is in the cemetery because it is going to obscure, eclipse this light. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like some music playing, and I'm like, because I had to redo my Streamlabs, so I'm like, oh God, is music playing? And I'm not. So that vehicle, even though we kind of knew there was a vehicle leaving the church, that vehicle is in the church or cemetery. I'm sorry, in the cemetery, eclipsing this light because it's driving in front of it. And then 2 minutes after that, which would line up. So remember, we saw it here. And then at 353, notice it's white. It's that same white headlight. All leave. And here's them put together, overlapped together. And obviously driving through the cemetery and into that church, you'd be taking your time. Now, think about this as well. What are the odds that these two vehicles have nothing in common? Let me know what you guys think in the chat. There's no way. What are the odds? Somebody's at the school and in the cemetery, and they're not connected somehow. They're both leaving minutes after the Columbrium had lit up. Within minutes apart of each other. What are the odds? I think there's just no way. No way that this is not connected to each other. And why would you have... Again, I think that throws the whole like drug deal out of the window, the ghost hunting out of the window. It just, there's no way. No way. Right. Yes, Kiki. Yeah, if we get a chance, we'll look at a few of them. But yes. So here's an overview of that night, and just look at this and tell me there's just no way that this cannot be a connection. 3:10, we have the 3 a.m. lights and a mysterious vehicle. 10 to 20 minutes later, we have activity, heavy activity in the cemetery. Yet, we never see, and I've looked and looked and looked, nobody enter from Long Hollow. Meaning they either came off the private ward drive through the gate, or they came in through the school here. Then on top of that, meanwhile, everything going on at 347 at this school. So his own neighborhood, lights, and unknown vehicle or vehicles, 400 yards plus away at the cemetery. Unknown light. Well, actually, we know what the light source is or what's being lit up. We have a pretty good idea of how it's being lit up. And of course, I cannot wait to reveal that because it will put everything together. And I know I keep saying that, and it will blow people's minds. And then on top of that, at this school right next door, 347, 349, we have a vehicle driving up around the area of where the Columbrium is at, just on the school side of things. There's just no way there's that much going on and it not be a coincidence. Mic check. Mic check. Um, let's see.
Then you were doing this spot.
Let me know if you can hear this.
And then I checked this area right here, and then this was just basically, you could see all the way through it. And you got done here, and then we ended up meeting right there, and then that's when we
Yeah, I don't hear.
look back and we could see. I mean, that was it. He was going by slow. Twice.
Yeah, I'm looking at my thing because I can see like the overall Oh, actually, dang it. Me. Sorry, I'm trying to figure this out. Dang it, I should have closed that. 1 second.
When we get to that spot, it's like, oh, wait a minute. We'll have to try and figure out what that car was.
So as you can see here, this is my this tells me when there's any kind of sound coming through there.
Look at this blue car.
So when I pause it like that, notice there is nothing except for when I am talking. So I don't know. Are you guys hearing like music from like an ad that's going on like in the background? Yeah, because I believe you guys for sure, the ones that are hearing it. Could it be like an ad on the side playing? Not on my side, but on like your guys's? I am curious. Because I've heard a lot of people saying they heard something. I wonder if it was like an ad on the side playing music. Yeah, that's weird. They were hearing, I hope you dance. Yeah, that's weird because, again, I can see anything that's going to. I have a master audio thing that shows me if there's anything playing, I would hear it. So it would have to be like an ad or something. Because I noticed they've been trying to like put ads on the side while your live's still going. I don't know. That's just my best guess. Anyway, not to get sidetracked, but again, that's because a lot of people are mentioning it, so it's definitely there's something going on. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I think it might have been an ad that popped up maybe like 20, 30 minutes ago, and then people are mentioning it. That's my best guess. That's my best guess. Anyway, back on track because I clearly a lot of people were mentioning it. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that's so weird. Must be an ad or something. Yeah, that's creepy. Anyway, okay. So this is where we're gonna put all of it together, right? Just from what we discovered. Um, so we just talked about how we have all those things going on the night he goes missing. There's just no way all that stuff could be going on. Yeah, I'm not saying that's not possible. Oh my God, I'm sure that happens, but no. Um, I will write that down and just see what was it called. I think you can dance. I hear. Wait, I'm gonna write this down real quick. I hope you dance. All right, I'll look that up and see. Okay, so to wrap this all up, sorry guys, I was writing that down. So we have the Columbrium light up, and again, I cannot wait to release how we figured out how this was lit up. Again, we tried so many different tests because I thought it was just a vehicle driving, south or north on the private road and stopped. It was either letting some people out or they were doing an exchange with Sebastian or whatever. But That's not the case. So anyway, while the columbrium is lit up, so now we're going to put them all together here. The columbrium on the 26th starts about 3:41 and lasts till about 3:47, 48-ish, right? 3:45, we are looking at Long Hollow Road. Notice the lights as the car goes right to left. It is heading east on Long Hollow towards the church / school. Notice a little bit of white, but amberish red light as it goes through, right? 3:45. Remember, Sebastian went missing here, right? Sorry, this should have been moved along, but we have the cemetery right here, where the columbrium is being lit up here. Oh, this is slower than I thought it was. Then at 3:47, right? Boom. Car going north at the school. We see a vehicle 3:45 on Long Hollow going east, 3:45. 2 minutes later, we see it at the school going north. So I believe this vehicle. Let's Google Earth's got some kind of weird music. No. So that vehicle drives down, passes the cemetery, and turns into the school and drives up. Right? While our columbrium is lit up. And then just to add in there, I meant to put this kind of at the end, but again, I don't know 100%, but from good credible sources, the camera that she was captured on, and this is Katie. This is why when you add everything up, it's almost like you wonder, did they drop something when they were doing this? And like Katie was going to go try to pick it up, right? Oh, I thought we could go up there. Dang it. Never mind. We know from Mr. and Mrs. E Crimecast, there are cameras right there at that spot. Then, after the columbrium doesn't light up anymore, so here's an overview. So think about it this way from a different perspective. 3:47, That car is seen on Long Hollow, turns up onto the school. 2 minutes later, a minute after the Columbrium is now not lit up anymore, at 3:49 is captured, heading now south. Then, 2 minutes after that, at 3:51, so 2 minutes after that, we have a vehicle, the one and only, let me emphasize that, the one and only time I ever see a vehicle enter or exit on the 25th and or 26th. Only one time do we see a vehicle exit on the cemetery side via Long Hollow through the cemetery. You know, what is that about? Yet we know whoever lit up the Columbrium and everything else had been in there and clearly didn't enter through the normal way, so they either entered through Ward Lane or came around behind the school. I think they just came in through that private road and probably had the key or had already unfixed the lock because clearly they were there the night before. Maybe they put the keypad chain, like the chain link thing up, but then actually like fully lock it. So many facets. But here's also the other $1 million question. Why does we know on the 25th, multiple cars in there, at least 2 on the 25th, never go out the church entrance, never see anything go in or out on the 25th, but yet on the 26th, after all of that, we have one vehicle that does actually leave out just after the vehicle at the school beyond them and the Columbrium. What are the odds? And why? Why were they leaving out that way? And why didn't they go out if they were clearly coming in from, either Ward Lane or maybe the off-roading via the school or somewhere around it? Why didn't they go that way? Unless it was because they had a car and they couldn't off-road, or is this kind of like a decoy car, like the car that they wanted them to be caught on camera, but it didn't have like a license plate? So many questions. But why, after all that work, and believe me, I've looked, because now we know we have at least 2 windows of area where if there's a car either coming or going in that cemetery, we should either see it here or here on 2 different cameras. And so far, with tons and tons of looking at footage, I don't see anything enter. And believe me, I have been looking. You guys know me, how tenacious I am. I cannot find it. We really are, and believe me, when the time comes, when you see the Columbrium and how it's lit up, it's gonna, like I said, in my opinion, it could. I mean, I want to try to stay humble, but I would not be surprised if it breaks the internet a little bit. That's how big it is. Wonder if car from night before went same way as KP the day after. Possibly. Are you talking about early 26 and then later at 6 a.m. when she goes to the school, or are you talking about the 25th? Um, yeah, let me know in chat, Kiki. But thank you so much for the donation, sweetheart. We are, and hopefully sooner than later because, again, I believe me, it's like a broken record. I am screaming on the inside to show that, but again, I can't because again, Sebastian is finding Sebastian the answers is the bigger picture, right? Instead of bragging rights and getting the news first, right? Sebastian is is the goal, right? So there's a reason why there's a few things I can't say at this time, but you guys know I would never say I'm going to say something and not say it. It's just unfortunately and it's so frustrating. It puts me in such a tough position. I hate it. Because I'm all about transparency, but again, there's just things that, have to happen first. But it's just such a crummy timing, with again Christmas and snow coming anytime. Uh, yeah, I can. So this is the back way. Oh, right here. Right. And it's a dead end road, right? So this is Ward Lane. Let me go on Google Earth. 1 second here. I'll get the super chats in just a second. But as you can see, this is Ward Lane, and it's a dead end, right? It just kind of forks off to a couple of homes in the back here. So it's a dead end road eventually, right after it forks into a couple of homes. And the only way you could get to it is either cutting through the school here or coming from New Hope off this way here. So you definitely could have a vehicle come down and come in through this way. But this is it right here. Now, from what I understand, there's barbed wire through this tree line and then fencing. And then I think there's a little bit of more barbed wire. And I think it goes along this way through this tree line here. And that's mainly for the moo or pets, whatever other pets they have. But that is it. Again, a gate. It's changed several times. But yeah, that is the back way. But that is where they're coming in from. Or the other one is they're coming in through the school and cutting in through this way here. Because it is possible. I think with the SUV easily, maybe a sedan that has some decent clearance. And if you hit the right spots, I'm sure it's possible as well. But that's as far as I know until I find something else. That's how they're getting in. And again, that's another question. Just to add on to everything else, like why are you going out of the way to come in through Ward Lane? To do whatever activity you're doing. The moo yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna do a members live. Won't be very long, but if you guys, you guys can ask me some questions, and I'll try to do some one-on-one. So I'll set that up here in less than 15 minutes. Here is one last time, and here is
until
Katie.
Friday, if you want to share this out. I encourage everyone to be kind in the name of Sebastian. I mean, you can like or dislike whoever you want to, but we don't have to come out here and discuss these cases.
Okay. I am gonna quickly use the bathroom and then set up this thing. I'll be back in 2 shakes here. So 1 second. I'm just gonna play this. This is the audio is Katie being interviewed by Duchess. I'm just throwing that in there just so there's some audio.
And bring the drama into it. Because these victims that are missing, their families, they're already going through so much right now. And we need to be able to support them during this time. We don't have any information. The facts are that there has not been any new information. We watched a video about it. I have still more timeline, that we can go through from when they searched the landfill, to when Seth feared that something nefarious had happened. Remember these timelines, guys? Then there was the flashlights, and law enforcement stated those lights were from a trash truck. We still have creators out here today that are playing these videos over and over, trying to spin a narrative that there's something that's going on. The TBI has released a statement saying there's no evidence of criminal activity and that the family is cooperating fully. There's no evidence saying that any of the parents are involved. And the agency has also warned people against sharing surveillance video online, noting it could be misinterpreted. Remember March 21st, Seth organized that search after a tip was suggested and nothing was found. And then the Cajun Navy joined on March 23rd, but then soon they pulled out of those search efforts due to threats on March the 29th. On April the 2nd, they found some glasses, but they confirmed that they did not belong to Sebastian's. And again, at that time, they reiterated there is currently no evidence of criminal activity. We jumped down into April when Seth hired the private investigator.
Okay, I'm setting up a members live right now. And then if you have any questions, before I do the members live, if you have any questions, I can't get to all of them, but I'll try to answer. I'll spend an extra 5 minutes before I go to the members live. So if you have a question that I didn't answer, and then of course I'm going to get to the super chats here. So give me a second. I'm just going to continue to play this for another 2-3 minutes while I set up a members live, and then allow you guys to put your questions in, and I'll see if I can answer as many as I can, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so just let this play. If you have any questions, put it in the chat now, and I'll try to get to as many as I can.
That's when Chris said that he was going back to work. Katie went and stayed with him for a while. May 7th, the investigators confirmed there was a teen seen in North Carolina, but again, it was confirmed it was not Sebastian. Don't forget that. Sumner County Sheriff's Office said they understand the community's desire to solve this case and appreciate the vigilance of the public, but they caution people to be cautious of social media rumors saying that misinformation can distract from the real efforts to find Sebastian Rogers. Don't forget that. And remember, December 13th, the Sumner County Sheriff's Office addressed the speculation surrounding a connection between the green hoodie near the Texas Roadhouse. They interviewed that individual and confirmed there is no evidence linking them to Sebastian's disappearance. These are the facts, guys. These are the facts. There's a $50,000 reward for information for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, who went missing February the 26th of 2024. He was last seen on the 25th by his mother at their home when he went to bed. If you have any credible information, please reach out to Sumner County, reach out to TBI, reach out to the FBI. Do not call your local YouTuber. Do not call your friend down the street to gossip about it. If you think you have seen this young man, I need you to pick up the phone and call law enforcement immediately. Do it for the right reasons. You can have your own feelings. You can feel any way that you want to feel. Listen, I'm not trying to take your right away. You can have your opinion. But keep an open mind that your opinion might not be correct. My opinion might not be correct. I try not to share my opinion. I try to keep my thoughts out of these cases because it's not going to bring these children home. Do you hear me? My opinion doesn't matter. What matters are the facts. It's not about choosing sides. It's about choosing Sebastian.
Huh. If only I could believe those words, right? Anyway, let's get to first let me get to the super chat so I can knock those out, and then I'll try to answer some questions. Melanie Flowers, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Nancy, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. God bless you and happy holidays to you. Pat Wicks, thank you so much for the $4.99 and the membership. Julie, I think I got yours. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat as well. Show Poodles, keep going. Thank you. God bless you and thank you. Karen, thank you so much for the $5. I promise you everything that we get will eventually be used for certain things behind the scenes, which you guys will be, second we can reveal those, we'll have receipts, all of that. Okay, I got that. Jennifer, 43 months. That's insane. That is so insane. That's what boy, I can do math. 5 months away from 4 years. That is insane. Merry Christmas. Love to all. Thank you so much, Jennifer. God bless you. I hope you are doing well, or the best as you can with your circumstances. God bless you. Sassy, thank you so much for giving a Mob Crew membership. Cutie Pie, thank you so much for the membership. Sassy, I'm not sure if that just doubled up, but thank you for everything and happy holidays. Tina, thank you so much for the membership. Fun to ski. God bless and thank you. Karen, thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and your family. Buddy Murphy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Sassy, again, I don't know if that just doubles up because I think it does double up. Karen, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Fun to ski, gifted 5 Mob Crew memberships. Just a reminder, if you could, please thank the person that, if you can, that gifted the Mob Crew memberships. That is very sweet of them to do that. Misty Moonlight, thank you so much for your support and the membership. Looking for Sunshine. I like that handle. Thank you so much for the membership, Misty. I thank God for the Mob Crew. Thank you so much. And again, I appreciate the love and support. Again, there's people even in the chat and behind the scenes that are doing just as amazing work. And hopefully everybody gets their chance to have their, chance to have their spotlight or whatever they're comfortable with. And Misty, thank you again for the gifted. Okay, let me see if I can get to a couple questions before I finish up. I don't know. Okay. All right. I do got a lot of emails. I'll probably get to the emails later because I want to see if I get to some questions real quick. I agree 100%, Marcia. 100%. Yeah, even if you, yeah. Thank you, Terry, so much. It does. The reason I like to listen to it is because it's like the only time we've ever actually heard her speak for the very first time without, who jumping in every 2 minutes. Oh, no way. Do we know? Oh, that would be nice to finish this live with that update. Um, are you sure? I see an update from 2 days ago. If you know where I can find a link, let's see. Let me found. I don't see anything. Not to say that's not true. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too much into politics. I mean, yeah. All right. No, I know there's people that have questions, and maybe, yeah, for the members, we'll. Any gaps in the cemetery for the vehicles to get in? I mean, there are on the school side of it, for sure. I looked up, I pulled up all the super chats, Kiki. If I missed it, I apologize. People hear music. Really? What? Okay, that's got to be something on YouTube or something. I don't know, but I want to look that up because I mean, everybody's hearing it. Not everybody, but people are okay. I will look that up because I want to figure out what the hell that is. What's going on? Oh, I wouldn't be worried about me. I mean, like for my safety, or hell, I mean, I am fine. I appreciate the concern for sure. I think it's an ad. I really think it's an ad, like on your guys' end. I'm gonna look that up. Yeah, because some people are and some people aren't. I think it's like an ad. This is my best guess. And yeah, send it to me, Kiki. I'm dying to know what the hell's going on. Is there some subliminal message? No, it's weird because I'm playing it at different parts, though. Oh, this? That right there? Okay. That's where it came from. Interesting. Okay, we solved it. It's on my end. All right. I try to blame YouTube as much as I can, but yeah. There we go. We figured it out. I got you. All right, guys. That's funny. You got a little dance. All right. Anyway, I'm not a dancer. I looked, guys. Whoever said that they found the girl, I didn't see anything. I mean, I hope that's the case, but I didn't see anything. Maybe they looked up a different name, or I mean, because yeah, I didn't see anything. Not to say it's not loud, but anyway. All right, guys. Get it, Chris. Let's do the pet outro. I will work on some pets tonight. There you are. All right. So I have a members live set up basically right after this. So probably start in about 3 minutes. So, all right, guys. Pet outro. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. God, I hope I got everybody. We figured out the music, so that's good. I didn't see any Venmos or PayPals. If by chance you did, I'll shout you out in the next live. But with that, I'm going to play the pet outro. Members, I'll see you guys in about 3 to 4 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes, we'll just say. All right. God bless you guys. Hit that like button if you haven't on the way out. And we will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. I've got a couple of things I've got to do. Just depends on how long that'll take. So plan on tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know in the Facebook group as always. And yes, I'll look at the emails, guys. Much love.
Stay away, you were never meant to save me. Now I stay away, I'll hear you say you're sorry. Hate I even love you, hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even love you, hate I kinda fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you, hate I fell in love with you. Hate I even loved you, hate I kinda fell in love with you. With you, I cried with you, now wanna be alone. I lied for you, I tried for you, you wouldn't play alone. I got you in my sight, I keep all the words you said to me. I get you on your knees. Rewrite all the things you said that I should be. I'll get you, now you beg me please. Hey, now I stay away, you were never meant to save me. Now I stay away, I'll hear you say you're sorry.